I just love you, and I love doing that to you. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Twente.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, you guys, to another exciting... Sorry, while I shuffle in.
Oh, for God's sake, Victoria.
What did I call it?
Here.
Settle in.
I'm not in.
Welcome to another exciting... No, to settle in, cozy in, settle in.
Oh, I like cozy.
Nuzzle in.
Why do you say that?
So, welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun on our, is it the 19th already, probably?
Yeah.
Yes, 19th of Feb 2021.
But.
Your manifesting questions answered live.
Because dead sucks.
It does. So, go to freeneville.com, join the 221 email list, and get a pseudo-random email every single day.
Random goodness.
Until 20 or you die.
That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Look at all these Triple D people.
Hello, Pablo.
And Pablo. Triple D Cassidy, Triple D Sizzle, Pablo.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com. Hello,
D
Simi. And Valerie.
And Lisa.
And Lisa.
That's right.
And Lynn.
Triple D, Lynn.
They're
Triple
all here.
D.
Yes.
And Patricia.
Hello, Patricia.
That's right.
It's the P words, Pablo and Patricia.
Pablo.
Hello, you guys.
All right,
And
ready to go?
Shanita. Hello.
Well, welcome. All right. Triple D, Joe made it.
Yes.
All right, Amber. So, Victoria, shall we just dive right in?
Yes.
All right,
okay.
Dark is here.
Hello, Dark
Triple
Mockery.
D.
Wow, we've got quite a few today.
That's
That's a big show. We're going to make the answers short, sharp, and snappy. The first question's from JD on the YouTubes.
Yo, JD on the YouTubes.
My faith is shaken. JD asks, I would like to know, how do you get back to believing in manifesting once you were believing for a dear one to survive an illness and they die?
This is a great question. We got another similar one from Paul today as well, but it had to do with him and his dog. And the one thing that I got to say is, consciousness is the only reality, and we don't die. And, here's the thing, like, if you're imagining, see what I always say, when we go back and it's like, I imagine them surviving. Surviving what? I mean, sooner or later, protoplasm dies. The Earth suit wears out, no biggie. Next, there's always a next adventure, and it doesn't mean that they're gone, right? So, like, all the time, I mean, like, I can tell you story after story about bumping into, old friends, four-legged and two-legged. And what I'd do is I'd consider this an opportunity just to go, right, imagine lovely for them on their next adventure, but also be willing to explore. They don't have to be gone. Like, you may not play backgammon with them again, but still, they're there.
Yeah.
So that's where we'll begin.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean there was anything wrong with your manifesting. I mean,
Totally.
if you believed that you wanted them to survive from an illness, but the other person, as they say, like, they can reject, as Neville says.
Yeah, I just want to go. Next adventure.
Yeah.
Next. Right,
Yeah.
totally.
So,
And that's the cool thing, because if you're just imagining lovingly for them, they'll accept that blessing in the way that they can. So you didn't do anything wrong.
no.
So if anything, just know that you're blessing them now where they are on their next adventure. So Triple D, Tony Doyle, boom. All right.
Okay.
So, Victoria.
Thank you, JD, from the YouTubes, for your question. And thank you, 20, for your answer.
What can I say?
Oh, the next question's for Dream Driver Day, Bruce Roop, and I've seen you're here. Hiya, Bruce.
Yo.
Help with insomnia. Bruce asks, for years I've had trouble falling asleep. I find it difficult to not give it life when I'm awake until 4 or 5 in the morning. I can't seem to know the feeling of how it feels to be a great sleeper. It's driving me nuts at times.
This will fit in with a later question from Two-Time Tommy. Yo.
Two-time Tommy, yes.
Because I don't imagine, like, sleeping well. Right? I don't. I'm always well rested, but I could give a shit about how I sleep. Like last night, because of the way Bruce was and my big heavy blanket and it being like 7 billion degrees in Australia, I got less sleep than usual, but I'm still high energy. I'm still focused. I'm still mellow as jello. And like I said, literally, I mean, I really haven't slept well for decades. I mean, if you take what they consider healthy sleep criteria, I am not your guy. But I'm well rested. So, that's what I would move into. If you, and here's what we'd always tell if you're looking at middles, like, what do you really want? I just want to be well rested and highly functional, right? And so if I'm laying in bed and it's 3 a.m. and I'm studying Victoria's snoring patterns,
Yeah.
hey, I got to do something with my life. You might as well devote it to her.
Yeah.
Snoring patterns.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd do that.
And in winter, you cuddle up to Bruce.
That's right.
And that helps you rest. You could cuddle up to Moses.
That's right.
Whoa, it's Harry, Ollie, and Daisy.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you could cuddle up to Moses, Bruce, and just, have your desire being well rested. Doesn't mean you've got to have 8 hours sleep. It doesn't work that way.
If you study the history of sleep, the whole 8 hours of continuous sleep thing is a modern myth, right? Yeah, when I look at the number of things which are modern myths, it's fascinating. It really is. So, that's a word. Yeah, we compare ourselves to things that are totally useless. Right? Who has more degrees? Right? Who has more student debt? There's my question. Alrighty, there's my dog. Meanwhile, Victoria.
Okay, so that was
Thanks,
for Bruce Roop.
Boom.
Thank you for your question.
That helps a lot, but I will email you later.
Cool.
Do it at 3 a.m.
Yeah. And then at 4. No.
You're 3.
Yeah.
I won't answer at 4 a.m. I'm too busy studying.
The next question's from Jeff via email. Where do I start? Higher
I
self?
think it's G off.
G off?
Yeah.
Jeff.
G off. All right, you say Jeff, I say G off.
Okay, and Jeff asks, I have very bad crusts on my scalp, psoriasis. It's a painful dry skin in and around both ears, and I can't stop itching and scratching all over my body. I am in need of help. Can you suggest anything I can do to get to this, as this is getting me down? It's really holding me back. I've always known this has arrived due to my mind. I'd also like to ask, where do you suggest I start on my journey? How do you contact consciousness or your higher self? Any help would be really appreciated. Cool. Wow, there's lots in there.
Cool. I'm going to rephrase one of the sentences because you have the word.
Yes.
Now, I've always known this has arrived due to mind. There's a lot of passive verbs here, right? And I'm not a fan of passive verbs because passive verbs tend to reveal passive imagining. Like, this is arrived due to mind, right? It's like I am always well taken care of. By what? By who? Right? This is arrived due to mind, right? What's the other bit on there?
I'm just going to say, tell him to try the shampoo called Nizoral.
We don't do that. We don't do that on the show.
Okay, all right.
Right?
Yes.
So, how to connect with consciousness, your higher self. What I'm hearing is all this external. It's caused due to mind. How do I connect to higher self? Imaginal experience leads physical experience. No matter what, it really boils down to that. Okay? So what are you imagining? What are you giving life to? Even when you're itchy, even if I'm in pain, what am I giving life to? Guys, yo.
Well, the dog's giving life
So
too.
what am I giving life to? This is the thing we really got to nail, because it doesn't matter. I know Joe wanted to share something physically that's useful, but none of it's useful until you get, it's not due to mind.
Yeah.
It's not. See, here's my question. This will go back to two-time Tommy's second question later. If you got in touch with your higher self, why do you want to? Right? For me, it's just a complicated thing, because like if I had to get in touch with my higher self and then check in with my lower self, and then there's my sideways self, then there's my obtuse self. Yeah, I could be in touch with all these selves and it would be like fucking forever, right? But why do you want to get in touch with your higher self? Do you think it'll give you guidance? All right, then you can make a decision whether or not to listen to the guidance of your higher self. Maybe you have to go to your higher self. It just gets recursive and weird. On the other hand, your direct imaginal experience is leading your direct physical experience. And if you play with the tools, you'll notice it's all about, if you change what your imaginal experience is, your physical experience changes. So here's my question: do you honestly expect to have, first sentence, very bad crusts and scalp psoriasis and painful dry skin tomorrow? Do you expect it? Do you expect to wake up to it? Yeah, I find a lot of people expect to wake up to the same thing, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. And if you were reading a book that had the same words, the same words, the same words, the same words,
Yeah.
would you keep going?
No.
Right?
Yeah, go
Harry
on.
says it can go on forever. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, are you imagining what life would be like? What would be different in your typical day if you didn't have that? If you directly experience that, and it's not coming from mind, it's coming from you. No need for your higher self for guidance or otherwise, because like Neville says, all that you do, all that befalls you comes from your state. And the reason why I always shut down like anything dealing with medical information or product suggestions is until you've moved states, any advice that you're given is coming from your old state. So I could tell you vitamin D3, vitamin K2, something else, use this thing, yeah, try this Edgar Casey treatment, all this stuff. But none of that would matter because my answers would be coming from your old state. Once you change your state, once this, what is the first sentence again?
Psoriasis, dry
Oh,
skin.
no. Very bad crusts and scalp psoriasis, painful dry skin. Once that's a distant memory, then any advice that you got, any actions that you take, that will be the appropriate thing. But not before. But more on that later. Stay tuned. Thanks for your question, Geoff.
Thank you, Jeff, for your question.
I say potato. She says, well, what I really want 20 is like sushi.
The name won't be Geoff.
Well, how do you know?
It's Jeff. That's how you spell Jeff. All right, one of the ways.
Jeff. That's Jeff. Geoff is Geoff.
The next question's from Kathleen in Manifesting Mastery.
Of course,
Bye-bye,
.com.
boyfriend.
Bye-bye, boyfriend.
Hi, TTMB.
Yo.
Yesterday, my boyfriend had bad news and it completely ruined my state. It feels like I just fell out of heaven into hell again. Now I'm considering breaking up with my boyfriend because of his continuous negative life situations. I've just got fed up with it and I clearly see that I don't want it anymore. This really surprises me. I did not see this coming. It's very strange. I'm very confused at the moment. Is this normal? I felt like I was doing really well and all of a sudden I'm in a bad movie. Help.
I love this because one out of two things will happen. Number one, your boyfriend will change. Number two, your boyfriend will change. Right?
Yeah. For another boyfriend.
Exactly. Right? So, and this is what's really cool because when I live from the state of loving, happy husband, right, she'll either change or...
I don't bug him anymore.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's so cool because, so first you let it be all about you, right? So happy, loving girlfriend, wife, whatever your thing is, right? But then you'll notice either, he'll rise to that or he won't. And that's okay because some people just want to be miserable people, right? And that's great, right? Yeah, I've been married to one or two of them before, but... and that's all right. But here's the thing. Whenever it is non-negotiable for you that you have a loving, awesome relationship, like Knuckles and Chuckles here,
Yeah.
right? That's what you get, right?
Yeah.
So congratulations. Either you're going... And by the way, don't imagine negatively about him, by the way. This is really, really cool. Because one, either your boyfriend will change, or two, your boyfriend will change, right? Or your boyfriend will change. Right, so, which is really cool because if you imagine again, so what do I want for her every single day? I imagine her happy, right? I imagine me happy. I imagine me happy that she's happy, right? Done, right? What do I imagine for my ex? Right, knuckle dragging. No, I imagine her happy. Why not?
Yeah.
Right? She's got an ex. You imagine him happy? Ever?
Yeah.
Like once? I mean, it's not like...
Imagine them all happy.
Imagine each and every one of them suckers happy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Where can we go? All right. I think that's pretty good.
Very cool. Okay. So that's for Kathleen in Manifesting Mastery. crusts.com.
And by the way, you get to discover, right? Is it him or another him? That's what's really cool because, in all seriousness, I mean, if you're imagining a new level of you, you're also inviting him, right, to a new level of him. So cool, right? And whether or not he accepts the blessing, that's all right. But he may later. So
cool, excellent.
Cool. So we'll add some more in stuff shortly.
Cool, excellent. The next question's from Shinta on Facebook. The knowing.
Yes.
I know Shinta's here, so this is cool.
By the way, let me interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to ask a question. You can't today. We've got way too many today. We put a post up in our little Facebook group.
Yeah.
Like 50,000 people.
Yeah.
Watch for that like 3 hours before now next week, same day.
Right. Yes,
Right.
that's right. 3 hours before now next week.
Same day.
Same day. And you'll be able to ask a question.
That's right. Adelia beat me. Cool, we got to talk. You and me. Yo, Adelia, we got to talk. So.
Okay. So I'll start again.
Let's hope so.
Shinta on Facebook has a question on the knowing.
Yes.
Shinta asks, how do I get to the knowing that things are really mine and releasing the doubt that creeps in sometimes?
This is a great show for passive verbs, right? So let me see that. How do I get to the knowing that things are really mine, releasing the doubt that creeps in sometimes, right? Ready? I'm a BMW owner. I didn't manifest a BMW, right? I'm a BMW owner, right? Doubt doesn't creep in. Doubt comes from a state that you give life to, right? It's these tiny little things. I did a make mistakes, make money, make a difference thing on this morning. There's such a massive difference between we are divinely taken care of.
Yeah, I remember this.
Right? I absolutely hate that, right? I do, because I create wealth. You get the difference, right? I also can create doubt. I can also give life to faith. Yeah, me, right? I'm at the center of it. Versus doubt creeps in. Where's it come from? The mind. Well, the mind could be, well, how do I get in touch with my higher self to find out about my, you see how it fits in with the other earlier question? And also Tommy's more on that later question.
More.
So, but this is the fun part, because when you get secondary seeming cause, external something, doubt creeping in, doubt doesn't creep in. You give life to it.
You allow it, yeah.
Right? And that's the thing. So doubt is nothing more like, it's sort of like, well, imagine us being great parents, but I imagine us having really fucked up kids, right? A sort of doubt that we could be great parents, right? Doubt creeps in when I think about parenthood. No, doubt doesn't creep in. Imagining screwed up kids, right? Imagining kids like this.
Yeah.
You guys are beautiful. All right. So, just notice that. Again, all you're doing is giving life to doubt. That's all. Right? So just stop, be still, notice. And by the way, back to my original thing. I did not manifest a BMW. I'm a BMW owner. Yet there's the difference right at the beginning there.
Yeah, yes.
Where are we?
How do I get to the knowing?
How do I get to knowing that things are really mine?
Yes.
Okay. I never got to the knowing of a BMW is really mine. No. I'm a BMW owner. Yet there's the difference right there, and make it about identity. So if you want to dive deep into that, manifestingtothemax.com. Boom.
Yeah.
So, unbelievable.
Okay, and I've just found out, so that was from Shanita. Seen all those comments going up.
Cool.
So instead of Shinta, sorry about that. Thank you, Shanita, for your question.
All right.
Yes. The next question is from Janice on Facebook. Manifesting health. Janice asks, can you please explain the various ways to imagine a health condition gone, or what you personally used? Listening to explanations sometimes makes it click for me. Thanks.
Cool. So again, this is we've got an emergent theme here, which is really, really cool. I don't give a shit about health conditions being gone. I give a crap about what's my typical day like, right? So if you were, let's say, colorblind, right? And you'd go down the street and you couldn't tell like one color from another color, red from green or blue or whatever. That would be a really confusing way to go shopping, right, for paint. So, if you want to go shopping for paint, you just imagine what it's like. I mean, when people come to your house and you say, "Look how pretty I made it," and they're not looking at with abject, like, right,
abject horror.
Exactly. So, what would a typical day of yours be like if this health thing wasn't a concern? Right? I seriously, I've got friends that are like so concerned about fascinating things. It's like, for God's sake, I mean, they get to give this much attention to their life, that much condition to health conditions that they may or may not have now someday or when they were 4. Yeah. So it's like, right, what do you want in your typical day? How would your typical day be different? Boom. I had a friend who couldn't taste.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm assuming then they couldn't smell as well.
Yeah.
Because it's linked, the olfactory.
So imagine not enjoying coffee.
I know. Well,
just like,
chocolate, all sorts of things.
Yeah, what's the difference between drinking a glass of piss and hot chocolate, right? I mean, at the end of the day,
slightly
when you're just looking to make sure, right? Versus a typical event, a typical event from your day. If you couldn't taste anything, but now you can, you'd be walking out to the restaurant going, "Damn, I'm getting fat." Right? Got it?
You are. All of a sudden you can taste.
All of a sudden you can taste. I mean, imagine that.
Yeah.
So just, I'd play more with, if this health thing were long gone, what would be different about your tomorrow? Would you get up earlier? Would you find yourself coming back from a good, healthy run? What would it be? Give life to that.
Yeah.
But perhaps we'll get to more on that later.
More on that later. Okay.
All right.
Excellent. So thank you, Janice, for your question.
20 for my answer.
Thank you, 20, for your answer.
Oh, my God. Absolutely. By the way, we never imagined up these puppies. But let's be honest, right? We sit outside and we go, would you imagine up that one? Not a chance, right? How about that one? Nope. Yeah. We wouldn't have imagined up white dogs. We live in Australia, for God's sake.
I never wanted a white dog.
But we got these 2 lovely white dogs, and they're both got cool names and all that stuff. And Joe loves them both equally, right?
Individuals.
But when we gave life to having puppies, I imagined a safe garden for the puppies, right? Yeah, and also I love puppies. I remember before we got puppies, before we got the first one, Victoria and I were shopping in the little village called Montmorency, and she goes to do something. I go to the ATM machine. In front of me at the ATM machine is a big woman with a little tiny wiener dog.
Yeah, auditioned.
And the next thing you know, I'm laying on the ground with a little tiny wiener dog talking to him, right? Because that's what I do, right? I'm a loving puppy dad. I love puppies. Somebody that doesn't like puppies, right? They're imagining not having puppies, right? They don't give a shit about if the garden is safe for puppies or not. And they don't lay on the ground when Victoria comes around saying, yeah, it's a puppy, right? So,
yep.
Use that for your health condition as well. So, more on that later.
Excellent.
Now.
You think that's great, don't you?
I'm imagining Brian laughing. I've heard his laugh.
Cool. The next question is from Dream Driven Day Cassidy. The wish versus the wish fulfilled.
You notice how I answer the questions before they erupt? Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
I'm amazingly great.
Cassidy asked, hello, 20 and Victoria. Hiya, Cassidy.
Yo, Triple D.
Could we explore why it's imperative to feel from the wish fulfilled opposed to feeling the wish itself, even if it's something that we could relate to and feel as real? Thank you, Victoria, for reading. Thank you, 20, for your answer.
Cassidy, thank you for honoring each of both of us equally and appropriately. So I mentioned neither one of us would have imagined up these 2 chuckleheads.
Yeah.
But they are the perfect dogs for us. I mean, Bruce is just like Victoria, and there's me and Emmett, right?
Yeah. Emmett snaps. And 20 said he's more like Emmett than Bruce. So yes.
So anyway, right? I take a chunk out of anyone just for fun, and then I smile. So
Yeah.
this whole thing about imagining the wish fulfilled, feeling from the wish fulfilled versus the wish. Neither one of us would have picked these puppies. I mean, but they're the perfect dogs for us. As far as I think they are. I think they're lovely. They're family, man. So here we are. We got the perfect puppies by imagining up literally like the perfect garden for them.
Yeah.
And so if I was trying to imagine the wish, I am a loving puppy dead. Hello, Fido, my purebred something. Yeah, just yeah, versus right. Yeah,
Yeah.
These two chuckleheads.
It's just panting.
Yeah, Emmett's all worn out.
Yes.
Yay! That was fun humping Bruce, wasn't it? Everybody type in hashtag fun humping Bruce, right?
Love to have a bush baby, says Joe.
Bush baby, come on down. So I'm not sure what a bush baby means, but I'm sure we can help you get one. We'll take you to the the Greensboro.
No, he needs to go to Hillsville Sanctuary.
Oh, okay.
Probably see bush babies out there, maybe.
Really?
What's in the bush?
Oh, yeah. So,
Yes.
anywho, what was the question?
Hashtag fun humping Bruce.
Where was I with all that?
Well, with the
wish-
difference
yeah.
between feeling the wish and the wish fulfilled, feeling
Yeah.
of the wish fulfilled. Yeah.
Yeah, I just find it a lot funner and a lot easier. Plus, it removes any pressure looking for signs, that kind of thing. Like, literally, like I imagined, Ames chair coffee, all that good stuff. And I stopped looking at bank statements or anything. But suddenly it's like, fuck, man. Like, you blast through a monetary level. Wow, now what? Right? Yeah, so that changes the tax thing a little bit. So, you're beautiful. All right. Yeah, that's what I got. By the way, what would imply a happy, loving husband? She is by my side, right? And what happens if I condition my brain that way and she goes on a special assignment with her sister or mother for a week and they say, 20, you should come. I said, well, no, I shouldn't, right? You guys can zing all you want, right? But I miss her, right? So it would imply happy, loving husband. Yeah, wow. Like me taking the rubbish out, maybe, or just missing her.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm allowed to miss her. So,
Yes.
yeah, that's right. End of line. End of
Yeah.
line, isn't it? Well, you're really hot, aren't you? Why don't you drink some
Yes.
water?
Go have some water.
Drink some water.
Want some water?
Drink some water. Drink some water. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent. So that was for Triple Dream Driven Day Cassidy.
Boom.
Thank you for your question. And yeah, thank you, Victoria, for reading. Thank you, 20. For
Oh,
your
yeah.
answer.
Triple D Dennis is here, too.
Okay. The next question is from Dream Driven Day Two-Time Tommy.
Two-time Tommy.
Guided
Someone
sessions.
isn't drinking water. Fuck. I wasn't drinking any either.
There you go. Wow. Okay. So the next question's for Dream Driven Day to Tommy. Guided sessions? Question mark.
We keep shrinking.
Tommy asks, I easily slip into experiencing a scene when you narrate it, and I was wondering, is that another way to do a session? There's something powerful I find when scene is being narrated. I just start experiencing it fully. Do you reckon this is another way to nail scenes during sessions by narrating it?
Nah, don't do that. Now, here's the thing, right? A lot of people fall for trying to script out scenes and all that stuff. I'm really going to say skip that. But notice this. Here's the reason why when I narrate something, it tends to work. I work through the gates. Or I work through the happy chemicals, right? Or I work through different visual, auditory, kinesthetic things, right? But here, what? 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 Anywho, right? So narrating, it means you have to follow my story. I want you to follow the pattern. The pattern basically, all right, so how can I involve 3 out of 4 gates? Right? How could I involve, what happy chemical would really work better for me here? Right? Or like, yeah, for some people, like the whole idea of like having people involved with their imaginal act really matters. For other people, the feeling of just completing an activity. Yeah, there's just different things to notice. How does it become more real for you? Right? You might want to notice, how do you worry? because you may worry in a very specific way compared to how you try to feel it real, right? So most people who effectively worry, that's how they effectively imagine. So you can also notice that. But my big suggestion, to keep it real simple, just stick with the gates. Just notice, right? What would I see? How would the world see me? What would I hear? How would the world hear me? Right? Just walk down through those. So.
Cool.
All right.
I'm also wondering if not whether it's confusing, but with the narration, I get, for me, if someone narrates something to me, I easily fall into the state akin to sleep. And I'm wondering if the narration bit is like you're falling into that state, but it's not, the scene doesn't have to be the narration, do you know what I mean? But it might be an easy way of getting into state akin to sleep and then having your scene.
What are you suggesting that he do?
I don't know. I'm just suggesting that might be something that he's actually noticing.
Oh, when I speak, that he starts to
fall asleep,
slowly drift away, but still remain conscious of my voice.
Exactly.
That's right. Sleep.
Anyway, all right. I wouldn't dare to suggest anything. Right, so...
No, I'm just wondering. Yeah.
No, yeah, I just... I just know for me that that's what I feel. And, how would you use that? I'm not saying whether you use it or not. I was just wondering that. Fine. Thank you.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I was just... I don't want people to watch the show and say, oh, use Mr. 20's voice to narrate themselves into the
No.
But people do that. That's why I'm asking...
I don't know. Can you think of any...
No, I'd agree with the whole thing. It was like, probably while I'm speaking, he's probably just relaxing a little bit.
Down.
Because, like, some people, whenever they call you and say something to you on the phone, right, you don't go into a state akin to horror, right? Versus that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent. So, two-time Tommy, thank you very much for your question.
Yo, two-time Tommy's second question.
And the next question is from two-time Tommy and Dream Driven Day.
I knew it.
Skipping manifesting middles. Two-time Tommy asks, how to always find and nail the true desire and stop trying to nail middles?
Cool. So the narration would be a middle? Oh, for fuck's sake.
And it will go on answer. Let me just go on.
Yeah.
Do something there.
Doobie. All right, so the whole thing with middles, always be asking yourself, what do I think that would give me? There's the thing. What do you think narrating would give to you? What would getting more in touch with my higher self give to me? That middles always show up with what do you think the lottery win would give to you? Because it's never the lottery win. It's never the higher self. I mean, if we were all into listening to our higher selves, it'd be like, Victoria.
Yes?
I owe you an apology.
What for?
I did not listen to my higher self before I asked what were you suggesting Tommy not do or do.
Right.
So I apologize for not listening to my higher self.
Okay. That's good.
Yes.
I'm glad your higher self knows.
Well, I think if I listened to my higher self, I would have probably phrased things differently.
Right, so hang on, I'm lost. So skipping manifesting middles, have
Yes.
you gone on to that?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, how did you do that?
Well, you have to watch the show.
Oh, have you finished with that?
Oh, no, we're still exploring it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's right.
So how to always find and nail the true design, stop trying to nail middles. Yes.
When you get to that whole thing of like, what do I think this will give me? Yeah, when you really, really nail that. So what do I think that talking with this person would give to me? It's like, oh, if I could only talk to you, Mr. 20, for 20 minutes for free. Yeah. What do you think that would give you? Oh, clarity. It's just, you don't think I'll ever give you clarity.
Yeah, actually, this is a goody one in relation to who was Cassidy's, the wish versus the wish fulfilled, because for me, and manifesting middles, because it's like I would say for not manifesting middles, take it further out. If you're concerned that this is just a middle, further out in time, like how is it different? Like what's it like after the wish fulfilled, And I reckon that... Did you say any of this?
No, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I'm not sorry. I mean...
What's your higher self saying at the moment?
Oh, my higher self. Get how much fun you can have with this?
But yes, definitely take it further out in time. Yeah. Like if with my wish fulfilled, how is my world different?
And then what?
Yeah, and then what?
So you want to hit the lottery, and then what? Well, I want to travel the world, and then what? I want to come home, and then what?
Yeah.
I want to sleep. Oh, just imagine sleeping. Oh, but I want to travel the world. Well, just imagine traveling the world. What would it be like if you came back from traveling the world and had a good nap? Oh, I sleep really well. Right. And then what? Right. That's perfect.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. Where is it?
Yeah, she's redeemed herself.
I have.
You ever think about that? Yeah. So she just redeemed herself, right? Does that mean she deemed herself earlier? Or that she undeemed herself?
Undeemed.
Like, oh, Joe's here. He's very undeemed. Words have power.
Non-deemed.
Non-deemed, undeemed.
Subdeemed.
Subdeemed.
Yeah, anyway. So, there you go. 2-time Tommy.
Boom.
I hope that was a great answer for your question.
I thought it was.
Cool. Oh, Sheena's here. Hello.
Yo. Triple D, Sheena.
Cool. Okay, so thank you to Tommy for your 2 questions.
Joe says, I used to have the president's ringtone from our man Flint. I'm thinking about having the Joe Weldon ringtone.
What would that be?
What?
Yo. WTF.
Well, you know how I look at the phone anytime it rings.
Yes. Oh, what, having Joe on the screen?
No. You know, him saying his words.
Oh, yes. What's his words?
Oh, you know
Yo.
this word. Oh, who knows? Anyway, all right.
WTF.
That's
Is
right.
that what you mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Excellent. The next question's from Dream Driven Day. Sizzle, comparison is a bitch.
Hoo-ha.
Sizzle says, growing up, I was always looking at what I wasn't. Even recently, I changed to start recognising me. Where else could I play with recognition of me that I already am what I have desired to be? Thank you, Victoria, and 20 for your answer.
All right, so the first little bit, let me read exactly how he phrased that.
Yes.
I was always looking at what I wasn't. Okay? What if you started noticing what you was?
What you was.
Yeah, what you was that you don't want anymore. See, if you're seeing what you was and you don't want it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's all the narration you need, right? Just a question.
That's right.
What I was. Oh. All right, done with that. Then you get to give life to what you choose. Victoria, what was for lunch?
Well, I was thinking Vietnamese pork rolls.
Oh,
But-
where would you get that at?
The Greensboro.
Oh,
No, we'll just get kebabs.
go-
Okay.
go to the
I'll get my
Greensboro.
falafel kebab. Okay, so that's how he could play with recognition of me that I already am that.
Yes. So just notice what you was frustrated. I was needing narration. I was
Needing to be cleaved.
to my higher self. So are you cleaved to your higher self or from your higher self? I really don't know. Just need a cuddle. You got to bury my face in
Okay.
end of line.
Notice what I was. Yeah, cool, Scott.
I tend to believe our audience is of a higher sophistication level than most.
We're all on the same band of higher consciousness.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting the band back together again. I feel like Jake and Elwood. See,
Cool.
Jamaica. Hi, Jerry. What's
Hello,
up?
Jamaica.
What's up, Jamaica? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
Okay.
up? What's up? Yeah. For those who don't understand, they just want to understand. What's up? Up. What's up?
Jerry's child, a little boy, is named Watts.
So is Stephanie's.
That's what's all. Oh, okay, sorry, but Stephanie wasn't here. Jerry arrived, and then you just said, "What's up?" So I was explaining to the listening audience. Wow. Someone's tried back on the phone.
What says yo?
Yo.
What's up, Watts? Says Sizzle.
Cool.
Could you imagine being Watts' age and like having an international like friendship, like follow up, like people
Yeah,
saying,
I know.
like what's up, what's
Yeah.
like Joe Weldon just said it. Sizzle just said it. Bat phone again.
Yeah, I know.
No, that was the Android.
That was
Yeah,
then
the
my
the
mobile. So
Cylon phone.
they probably tried to ring back on the home, which was then disconnected.
That's right. Y'all
So they've
can go
gone to my
away now.
mobile.
That's right.
Okay. Cancel.
Oh dear God.
And the last question today is from Amber on Facebook. Am I in denial or feeling it real? Amber asks, something that keeps popping up for me is denial versus feeling it real.
Something we bumped into in the club and a couple other areas is assertions versus declarations, right? It's one thing to assert, I'm a millionaire, right? It's another thing to declare I create wealth. And they just feel different. You know, an assertion, like when the policeman pulls you over and you're sitting there and he's parked behind you and you're going, my boyfriend pulled me over, my boyfriend pulled me over, my boyfriend pulled me over. And the lady cop walks up and gives you a ticket, that's called denial. Right? That's called assertions. That's called affirmations. That's called how most people try to force things to happen in their lives versus like, right, you get pulled over by the po-po and you're just imagining, no big deal. Right? Because I've pulled people over, right, when I was a policeman. I don't pull them over anymore. I mean, that would just be weird. Right?
Yeah, step out of the car, please, man.
But I pulled people over and I'd walk up and after about 10 seconds of talk, it's like, all right, this is no big deal. Just go on your way. Have a nice day, sir. And there were other times where I'd pull people over and I'd walk up and they were like psychotically crazy, you know, and I'd be like, all right, there you go. I'm being pulled over by my girlfriend. I'm getting pulled over. It's like, all right, you're doing affirmations. You're under arrest, right? But really, it really comes down to that because the whole thing of denial can only be about circumstance. Feeling it real is about you. So if you look at the real subtle thing that wove through all the things today, like, you know, the whole thing of like the feeling of knowing it is mine versus like I'm a BMW owner, right? Like I'm really not a fan of that whole thing because I had a guy argue with me a whole bunch years ago saying, well, if I wanted to imagine up your BMW being my BMW, it would be my BMW. And I said, well, I'd cap you twice in the fucking head.
You tried
right?
to take it,
right?
yeah.
Without a gun, I'll still pop you twice between the eyes, right?
Can I just ask, so can you repeat that? Denial
Twice
is
between the eyes.
circumstance, is or something,
Yeah.
and versus feeling it real is. Do you remember what you said there?
Oh, I have no idea what I said.
I'll have to
but I'll say
rewatch
something
it.
similar.
No.
Yeah, by the way, it really is true. So denial is always about circumstance. Denial is about out there, right? The whole thing, and it's the same as like the other side of the knowing that it's mine. Not a fan of either one of those. What I am a fan of is I create wealth, right? I have $1 million is one thing, right? Not a fan, right? I mean, like whenever you're in the bank saying, "But I got $1 million," and they're going, right? You don't, right? That's very different than getting right. I create wealth. I've created this level of wealth. I can create that level of wealth. Got it? So there's the difference. So I've given life to this level of health. I can give life to that level of health. Same kind of thing. What are you choosing right now? Right? And again, the physical always follows, right? So that's the big thing. The whole thing, like assertion, you know, making it about something out there, trying to, versus like, right, I know I create wealth. Yeah, I may have only made $100 in the past hour. No biggie, right? Yeah, comes later, comes yesterday, comes tomorrow. Amy says, I still think affirmations can help. No. Let's kill affirmations since you commented on our show, right? You didn't need to make one affirmation to make a comment about affirmations. I promise you that, right? You didn't go, I'm making affirmations about I'm making affirmations. You didn't go, I am typing a comment about affirmations. I'm typing a comment about affirmations. I'm typing a comment about affirmations. I promise you didn't do that, right? I guarantee you imagine making a comment sharing that you still believe affirmations can help. You see, when Neville talked about the pearl of great price, one of the things that he mentioned was you can do nothing to aid in the realization of your desire. Once you move into the state of your wish fulfilled, you can do nothing to aid in it. Affirmations, I need to do affirmations to help. Brainwave recordings to help. Sticky tape to help. Skip all that, right? The whole thing, Neville says, to hear what you would hear if your wish were fulfilled, not to walk around saying it. Right? You get this tiny little bit right, easy success. You get it wrong, you're just wasting time. You know, skip affirmations. You know, why did Neville say to skip them? You know, there's a reason, right? Yeah, I never have to walk around saying I am happily married, right? People know it. So imagine this: before I'm happily married, hey 20, how you doing? I'm happily married, Victoria. How are you? Oh, I'm not sorry. I'm just doing my affirmations, right? Yeah. So
Cool.
let's kill those.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
So Victoria.
Well, that was our last question for Amber.
That's right.
Yes, Amber. So thank you very much for your question, Amber.
That's right. So Victoria.
And thank you, 20, for all your answers.
I need you to do some affirmations before you imagine picking up the card and doing the strawberry bit thing.
Okay. You have to imagine me doing affirmations? No.
No. I have to do affirmations. So,
All right.
okay. Victoria's doing affirmations to lift up the card. Victoria's
Yes.
doing affirmations to lift up the card. No, actually, sorry. Affirmations have to be first person present tense. I am hearing Victoria doing affirmations so she can pick up the card. I am doing affirmations so I hear Victoria.
What we'd like to know is, what was your hashtag strawberry bit?
Oh my God.
And after yesterday's show, yes, I decorated the card with lots of
Oh my God, look at this, everyone.
hashtags.
It's new and improved.
It is.
Did you have to do affirmations to do that?
No.
Did you make a vision board and put the card on a vision board?
No.
And
Just
then
got out
put-
my
And then
texter.
put hashtags on the vision board?
Out my Sharpie.
Well, you imagined something, didn't you?
Cool. Excellent.
You could probably see her yesterday on the show imagining doing that. She probably wants something. Because she imagined it.
Yeah.
So,
What was your hashtag strawberry bit?
I love how the things sort of wove together in the coolest way. Sort of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah,
I once had a friend that had a thing for Oompa Loompas. Right? Just think about that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a thing, right?
Yeah. My strawberry bit was, when you reminded about the difference between declarations, assertions and declarations, wasn't
Sure.
it?
Yep.
Is that what you was? Yeah. I love declarations. I can just feel it move me. So that's my strawberry bit. I also just noticed Scott say, Amy, we're really not making fun of you. That's 20 style.
Yeah, I've got
He's not making
style.
fun of you at all.
I'm not into fashion, I'm into style. But I really
Yeah.
am. This whole thing with affirmations and so on, as long as you believe that you need help, right? You can't, you can do nothing to aid in the realization of it. Core of Neville's teaching,
Yeah.
right? The absolute core. You move into the state of your wish fulfilled. In all seriousness, we did a show on this a while back where Victoria, she saw mustard, not one kind, but two kinds. And she reached for them and put them in the cart. Why did she do that? Not because she was doing affirmations to get mustard. She was imagining eating mustard. So she couldn't help but bang, do that. Yeah, never add in anything that can be skipped. Because once you start adding in affirmations, then it's brainwave recordings, and it's affirmations done in a specific tone of voice. Well, do I do first, second, or third person affirmations? Because some people are better at third person than first person. Because when they overhear two people talking, and I'm serious, I've had these conversations with people. It's like, you're wasting all that time, right? Why waste a drop? I just. But anyway, style.
Okay, so
Look at me.
look at his and his horsey scarf.
I love my
I don't
horsey
know about
scarf.
this one. Anyway, while you finish typing in your strawberry beer, hashtag strawberry bits, go to freeneville.com.
221 email list, pseudo.
Random.
Goodness. Some of you will imagine getting on the 221 email list and will.
Right. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
Some of you will make a vision board. I'm going to take a vision board and I'm going to put Manifesting Mastery Course up on there. And I'm going
Right in the middle.
And I'm going to put me right in the middle of it, in my vision board. And that way my vision board will make me do Manifesting Mastery.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Why not?
That's right. Lots of fun.
I think so.
Yes.
With a little bit of irreverence.
So, everyone have a great day. A live Dead show tonight.
That's right. Join us.
Or is it the Dead Alive show? I'm not sure which
I don't
way
know.
it is.
Doesn't matter. But either way, it will be fun.
Otherwise...
As I watch the entire show.
Oh, thank you, Harry.
Boom.
Love to you guys and Kimbra and Ollie and Daisy.
Ollie and Daisy.
If you don't tune in tonight, have a great day, weekend, and we'll catch you early next week.
They will.
You will.
That's right.
They will.
I will.
Thank you, you guys.
That's right.
You need to hit the finish
I
button now.
guess so. See you guys.
See ya.